So there is this saying. It's an NCAA saying that says most of our student athletes will go pro in something other than the sports that they competed in. And it had me thinking this morning. I was listening to a podcast with Phil Mickelson, and one of the things that they don't say in the NCAA is they don't say most of our athletes are going to go amateur in something other than their sport. They say they're going to go pro. And the definition of that pro is you going out and being paid for something that you do, whether it be sports or whether it be profession, it's pro. You went pro, you didn't go amateur. And some of the things that I know about pros are, number one, pros have coaches. Number two, pros lean into making sure that they're prepared and have the right skill sets and have the right mindsets. They do the things necessary to prepare themselves for quote unquote game day, whatever game day is for you. And I don't know, as I was listening to this podcast with Phil Mickelson, and he was talking about the different environments that he puts himself in and the different ways of thinking. One of the things that came out sort of over and over and over again, which I think is probably my point for you all today, is that he has gone out of his way to create an environment where he can be confident. We've talked before about how competency drives competence and confidence. The reality is that is one piece of it. Having the right people around you also creates that same level of confidence that you need. And sometimes we get a little bit confused, because the reality is that just because I see something a particular way doesn't mean I need everybody else around me to see things my way. That's not what it means by having people around you. What it means by having people around you that can support you in your journey as a professional is more that you have people that are around you that allow you to have the vision and see the things. Because let's face it, there are only a few people on this planet that will see a golf shot the way Phil Mickelson sees a golf shot. But the fact that his coach, the fact that his spouse, the fact that his friends, the fact that the people that he chooses to have around him are people that give him the freedom and maybe even the license to see the golf shot the way he needs to see the golf shot, to see his profession the way he needs to see his profession, so that he can prepare the way he needs to prepare and he can show up the way he needs to show up. Well, that, my dear friends, is the difference between being an amateur and a professional. That is the difference between being a legend and being somebody who's just a grinder. So I might ask you today, as you look at the people that you have in your life, you look at the crabs, your mindset, your process, are you allowing yourself to be pro, or are you still playing in the amateurs? Hope that helps. You guys have an amazing day.